If you'd like to see more of our videos, hit the subscribe button to stay on top of the market news. Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMtrading. Today's November 20th, 2020. And today is Friday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, it's Bitcoin and Alcoa that push higher. Okay, despite the fact that the market's pretty much unchanged. No major economic events scheduled for today, but looking at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, it's quiet. The markets are really quiet right now. We're in a very tight range, light volume, just almost across the board. The indices also, Dow Jones and the NASDAQ pretty much unchanged, just tapering off just a little bit, but nothing really to write home about. Looking at commodities also, not much doing. All right. Lastly, looking at stocks, Alcoa continues to push higher despite the fact that the markets are quiet. Okay. When I mean quiet, I mean not trading in a tremendous volatility. Lastly, looking at Bitcoin trading above 18,000, finally pushed that number yesterday. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're going to start here with the daily Euro USD, okay? And really, you don't want to push these type of days, okay? These are the type of days that you could just find yourself just churning and not really any major activity and just find yourself just in and out and not really getting the outcome that you're looking for because the markets are not giving it right now. I mean, look how tight we are. We're in a 30 to 50 pip range. Okay, here on the Euro USD, 1874 is where we are right now. We're about 10 pips above it is the higher range. About 10 pips below it is the lower range. Really very, very tight. I mean, even if we look at a minute chart, just to give you a perspective here, you know, this is really, I mean, it looks like a nosedive here, but it's really from 1885 down to 1873, which is a 15 pip range. Okay, so really not a major retracement. We are at the top of the range here. Okay, so that is significant. So maybe as we go into Monday, we will, you know, either break above it, okay, which would be very interesting as the dollar continues to slide versus the major pairs. Looking at the GBP USD, we're there also, but you could see that we're really struggling with this upper range. Okay, every time we hit it, we don't break above it. Now looking at the commodities, okay, gold trading at this 1867 up from 1855, did hit that lower range. Okay, as we're bouncing off of that lower range, our new upper range is 1867. So we're in a tight range when it comes to gold. Looking at oil also, just flatlining at $41 a barrel. Okay, so nothing really jumping out there. Looking at the NASDAQ, it's in a tight range. Okay, not much doing here. Okay, trading at 11,980 over the past week. Yeah, we did retrace about 100 points, but really, again, not much to really write home about. Okay, looking here at the Dow Jones as well. 29,259. We were trading at 29,400-ish level earlier in the week. So again, it's a 150 point move within the week. So really nothing jumping out. What is jumping out? Okay, let's jump into the things that are jumping out. Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin trading above 18,300-ish level. That's over 500 points over the last day. Okay, so an amazing rally there. From even our yesterday, our webinar, as we spoke about this yesterday, look at how much it's pushed since there. It was trading at 17,900-ish level yesterday. And look at that. It's at 18,300-ish level. Now remember, the next real resistance-ish level is 20,000. And if it does break above that area, does close above this area, we could see it going into the 25,000 area. Okay, I know it's 7,000 points away from that, but if you think about it, you know, once you break out, the infinity is the sky, right? You can go infinitely higher. Okay, so just be aware that as this continues to push up higher. Okay, I wouldn't chase this at this area. I look for a pullback, but it's really not giving us that pullback. Okay, it's in a very, very wide range, and meaning there are a lot of people that are jumping into it. Now jumping lastly to Alcoa. Okay, this was trading at $18 yesterday, pushed another $0.50 in intraday trading. This is significant because remember, Alcoa represents some of the old school kind of economy, which means the aluminum manufacturing, which means they're anticipating more orders because their stock is going higher. If their stock is going higher, that means manufacturing is pumping up. Okay, if manufacturing is pumping up, then there's demand. If there's demand, then the markets, there's a cycle there, right? So with that said, okay, as this plows ahead, okay, I want to keep an eye on this because the next real resistance level is $20 a share. So you don't want to look at that. Now, just to highlight the fact that the markets are not doing much, look at Apple. Okay, trading at $16.64, up about $0.50 since yesterday. Facebook really just trading between that 270-ish level. Okay, this is a daily just to give us a perspective, but really in a tight range. Looking at Microsoft, 211 down from our 215 resistance-ish level, and looking at Amazon, it's flatline, 3,100. That's what it was trading at yesterday. Okay, so really we're very, very tight range when we look at the overall market. Just want to wait for a breakout, okay? The markets are consolidating right now because of what's the transitional situation with the president of the United States. That's number one. Number two, the second coming of the second wave, major second wave of the pandemic coming out of the United States. So all these things are actually adding some pressure on the markets, but it's not selling off, okay? So it's not going to sell off. It's not going to go higher. So it's going to just do what it's doing right now, which is just floating sideways, okay? The only things that are going higher is, like I said, Bitcoin is in play, is inactive, as I mentioned yesterday on our Facebook Live. So take a look at it, wait for those retracement to jump in. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.